short drop, hits the quarterback draw. Somersault for the touchdown. He'll get the ball, slams it through the gut, the touchdown Atlanta.
And the pass over the middle on his way. Antonio, 15-10, Steelers touchdown.
What's up, everybody? Adam Rank here alongside of NFL media fantasy editor Marcas Grant, and we are talking about the top 5 fantasy players for the 2016 season, since we're doing the top 100.
Right, might as well start with 5, right?
Well, let's start with 5, because, you know, we need to give the people something to go and check out on NFL.com.
A little morsel.
But if we could look at your top 5,
okay,
and take a look at some of the names that you have for the top 5 players.
I know.
Fantasy football. Who's number one? Who's your number one?
I know that you like to be the fantasy maverick, and you kind of go, I'm a little more conventional, so I'm going with a couple of running backs at the top of my list.
What?
I know, shocking,
Who's the number
right?
one guy?
My number one guy is Todd Gurley. I mean, this is a guy who looked fantastic last year. He didn't start a game until week 4 of the season, still ran for more than 1,100 yards, was absolutely dynamic, looked great as a rookie. You can only expect that he's going to get better. And what the Rams hope is an emerging offense. They obviously have Jared Goff there. I think they lean on Gurley a little bit more until Goff kind of gets his feet underneath him. So I like Todd Gurley, just the combination of talent and youth, upside galore for this guy. So he's my number one. My number 2, a little more conventional even than that, Le'Veon Bell, because, I mean, Le'Veon Bell's been fantastic. I know he's had some injury problems, but still, all-around backs, you know, are hard to find. Workhorse backs are even harder to find. Le'Veon Bell, when he's healthy, is a combination of both, and the Steelers, still one of the most dynamic offenses in the NFL. So he is my number 2 guy. I hope you can be okay with that.
I was going to say, though, as long as he's healthy, he played like, 2 games last year? How many was it?
But he was great when he played those 2 games.
He was amazing when he was there. And I was going to say about Todd Gurley as well, that he plays the Cardinals a couple times, but then he smoked them last year. Let's take a look at your top 5 list, if we could take a peek at that.
Yes.
So we got 2 running backs at the top, Antonio Brown checking in at number 3, and, of course, Adrian Peterson, Odell Beckham Jr.
So I feel like, you know, there's going to be a lot of wide receivers. My top 10 has a lot of wide receivers in it. I just couldn't quite put any at the top 2 spots. But, you know, I like Brown. I like Beckham. I think those guys go off the board early. I know that you like those guys quite a bit as well.
Well, yeah, let's throw this over to my list.
Yes, let's
because
do that.
When you look at, we have a lot of the same players, a little bit of an overlap. My ordering is a little bit different. I'm going to go with Antonio Brown as my top guy. He was somebody last year that I started drafting first overall, and people thought it was crazy last year, but he ended up being one of the most consistent players in all of fantasy football, and that's what you want. When you're making a first-round pick, you want somebody who is going to be reliable week in, week out. The running back position is way too volatile for me, and guys like Le'Veon Bell got dinged up. Todd Gurley's going to have some question marks because he is playing with the rookie quarterback, so I feel with Antonio Brown out there, each and every week, I can basically guarantee myself double-digit production, and of course, there was a stretch towards the end of last season where he was throwing up 20 points a game. My number 2 guy is going to be Odell Beckham Jr., and I really like what the Giants got going on. I think McAdoo is going to be good for that offense. He's going to be able to expand what they've been able to do over the last couple of years and realize that as fantastic as OBJ has been during his first 2 years, they were his first 2 years. He is now coming into the league, now more mature, hopefully. He's got a little bit of a resume and everything like that. And then they went out and added Sterling Shepard in the draft to give them a little bit of balance on that offense. So not everybody's going to be able to key on him. And as a matter of fact, I'm going wide receiver heavy. Antonio Brown, Odell Beckham Jr., DeAndre Hopkins, Julio Jones.
Wait, you have one? So you have one running back in your top 5, and it's Ezekiel Elliott?
You know what? And one of the reasons why you were advocating Todd Gurley is last year Todd Gurley came in and was very effective, even though he missed a couple of games. Ezekiel Elliott's going to be a starter right off the bat. Better offense, better quarterback. He's got Des Bryant taking some pressure off him. Jason Witten is still in the mix. I know it seems crazy right now.
This is why you're the fantasy maverick.
He is going to be the top running back. And you know what? We've got so much more. If you want to go check that out, NFL.com, we have all of our top 100s. Mine will be coming out on Friday, so take a look for that. And for Marcus, I'm Adam. We'll see you next time.